EastEnders spoilers: Mick Carter risks year after prison betrayal. Will he survive? EastEnders continued on BBC One this evening, with Mick Carter getting into further trouble after his first night in a prison cell on the continuing soap. EastEnders' favourite Mick, played by Danny Dyer, was seen to betray the only other inmate who was looking out for him at the prison. Mick is in prison after Stuart Highway awoke from a coma last week after being shot inside the Albert Square pub and informed detectives that Mick was the one to shoot him. D.I. Peter Arthurs, Ian Burfield, arrested Mick for the attempted murder of Stuart, with the pub landlord thrown into a cell. Last night's episode saw Mick try and win over his new inmates in order to use a smuggled phone to call home. However, in an unexpected twist in the show, Fraser Mason, Joseph Alessi, who seems to run the prison network, decided to make life even harder for the pub landlord. Fraser revealed Stuart had been on the phone and was an old friend, before accusing Mick of being a sexual predator and telling all of the other inmates. Mick's fellow cellmate Bob Matthews, James Bowers, has been defending him from danger during Mick's stay. Bob seems to be the only other person Mick can trust, with Bob saving Mick from a Burns attack in tonight's continuation. But Fraser knows Mick isn't a pedophile and is now using him to carry out his dirty work. This evening, Mick was forced to enter a drugs transaction and made to transfer a ball of drugs during a prison visit with a mystery woman. Mick was reluctant to be seen snogging the Linda Carter look-alike, knowing Linda, Kelly Bright, was at home fighting his corner. Managing to smuggle the drugs back inside the prison, Fraser then revealed Mick's next task. Coming as a complete shock, Mick was instructed to plant the drugs inside his own cell. Fraser warned Mick he had to bury the drugs in Bob's belongings, or suffer deadly consequences. Struggling with what to do, Mick planted the drugs in Bob's shoes. Moments later, the cell was raided by police after a tip-off. Bob's new drugs charge could keep him inside for another 5 years, with the inmate currently only serving 6 months left of his 15-year sentence. Fraser wanted Bob kept inside after he helped Mick and burned one of Fraser's men. Now that Mick has betrayed Bob, his only form of protection, could Mick suffer a fatal blow? Will Fraser get his own back on his cellmate Mick? Will the drugs even be found?